A very warm welcome, all the viewers. The second edition of Bharat Print Expo has already been inaugurated. We are here live from the floor show, and we have a very special guest with us today, Mr. Archit Gupta. Hi, Archit.
Hi, Rishabh.
Archit is from Rational Business Corporation, and he's part of this organization from more than 8 years now. And it's a family-owned business. They've started with a very small shop in Delhi, and now they have their own brand called Desmat. Yeah. How's the entire journey been, Archit?
Thank you for the lovely introduction, Rishabh, for starters. So, yeah, it has been a great journey with, a lot of testing times and turmoil. Coincidentally, I joined in the year 2018. And if you remember, COVID hit in 2019.
Just 2 years from now.
So, from 2019 to 2021, the industry as a whole faced a lot of challenges. And because of that, we also as a company faced a lot of challenges, from raw material shortages to supply chain constraints. So that was a tough period to navigate through. But post-COVID, it has been a great journey. We have, to give you a little perspective, we have seen our company grow 2x from what it was during COVID.
Okay.
So I think the growth is going good, and the demand is also increasing day by day in India. So yeah, it's a great company to be a part of, obviously.
Okay. Can you hear something about your journey? Like you mentioned that you're part of this organization from last 8 years. How's your journey been in this organization?
So I started while I was in college.
Okay.
So while I was completing my graduation, I simultaneously started working in my father's organization. So I was looking after certain small departments with regards to sales. So eventually, after 2020, I was, heading the entire channel sales distribution network of our company. And I've had the, privilege of learning a lot of things, from meeting my distributors, going on various distributors visits across Pan-India, talking to them personally, meeting them personally, discussing what to improve, how can we grow as a company, and how can we grow with them as our channel partners. Because see, eventually, as a company, you cannot be satisfied if your channel partner is not growing. He should also grow, and you should also grow. Only then the growth is sustainable and long term.
Yeah.
So I've had to learn a lot of things about the industry, still learning with this great exhibition in Chennai. So I'm also here to learn what are the new industry trends that are coming.
Archit, being a director, how do you define your roles? Can you just give us a glimpse of an average day in your organization?
So an average day would be to look after various different departments of my company, from purchase of raw materials, both domestic as well as imports, to accounting, which includes my trade payables, my trade receivables, and plus the marketing side, which includes, different types of channels of marketing, be it online, offline. But, as a leader, I believe that the main role for me as a leader would be to build a long-term vision for the company, and at the same time appoint correct people in the company who can work together for that long-term vision. Also, an entrepreneur is always, that's why he's called an entrepreneur or a leader. He's always enterprising, in terms of his mind is always, very quickly, moving on to different products, different services, different lines. But as a leader, I believe one major thing that I have to do is to decide what product and what service not to do, rather than deciding what to do. Because if I am able to control my temptations of what not to do, only then I can build a scalable business in the longer run.
Perfect. Okay. Let's talk something about the industry, because, we've always tried to build this platform for the industry. So how do you see that the evolution of this print consumable ecosystem have been built in these many years?
See, when we started with Desmet as a brand, so at that point, we used to deal in media for the dot matrix printers,
Okay.
Like computer papers and everything. But we've seen that technology, it was at one point, it was the only technology in the market, or I should say the dominant technology. But you've seen it diminishing, and the market shifting towards different types of technologies, from desktop lasers to inkjets. Now we are seeing the penetration of digital media, digital production presses and digital media and digital printing as a evolution. But one thing that we have also seen in labels as an industry or print media as an industry today is people want it to be, integrated with data. Okay, like just to give you an example, if there is a label called RFID label, okay, it is a very niche segment, slowly growing in the market. But what it does is it helps you to track data of a particular product from the point from where it was manufactured to the point to where it is delivered.
Okay. So the entire,
entire
end-to-end
journey, you can actually you can say the entire journey of a product is captured. So I mean, that is the evolution that we are seeing. Obviously, it's a continuously evolving situation in which we are. Okay, and we hope to see more evolutions in the longer run, and definitely there will be up and coming new technologies with AI. So I believe something with which incorporates AI into printing will also become a part of this industry as a whole in the future.
Perfect. So, see, what key shifts are you actually seeing in demand across the segments like label, thermal roll, or packaging for that matter?
So, see, as labels, I've already discussed. So earlier labels were, people were not using technology in it. They were just putting the labels for identification. But now RFID circuits are a technology which are integrated with the labels just to map out the entire route, the entire journey of the product. So one technology is labels and one RFID labels, and one innovation that we are seeing towards that. Apart from that, for packaging, I believe earlier companies were not very, focused on packaging. They thought packaging is essential only in terms of you make a product, put up a basic packaging, and companies thought that that would be it. And actually, that was the way market was going. But today, I believe packaging has become more, more luxury, more in Gen Z terms, it is called more aesthetic. People want more aesthetic packaging, more attractive packaging, because as a customer, it is your first interaction with the product.
Correct.
I mean, if you go to a shop and you see a product which has a very good packaging and you see a product which has a less attractive packaging, you will always pick up the product which has more attractive packaging.
Correct. Yeah.
You will be very intrigued to find out what is it in there.
Yeah.
So that is the trajectory the market is going in, and I mean it's a great privilege to see the market in that direction, because with the influx of newer and different types of labels and packaging, it always gives us an opportunity to unlearn and learn new things.
Yeah, I mean, people often prefer the products that are visually appealing.
Yes.
And that has become a trend now. And if you see the food market, people are more aware about what they're putting in their body.
Yes.
So label is something that everyone refers now before buying a product.
Yes.
Yeah. So what has been the core strategy behind Rational Business Corporation?
So our core strategy has always been being very customer centric, and we believe in providing customers solutions and products as per their requirement. We do not believe in the policy of one size fits all. Okay, we believe that it is better to understand what the customer actually wants, deliver it as per his requirements, and keep on delivering it. And if he's, in future timeline, if he asks for some tweaks, some changes, some more customization, so be open for it, and produce the product as per his specifications, rather than giving our own specifications and our own set of restrictive policies. Secondly, we believe that the core strategy is focus. We do not believe in 1 mile wide and 1 inch deep. We believe we have a policy of focusing on less segments, limited segments, and being category leaders for that segment. Okay, we do not believe in having a big product portfolio. Our choice is always to keep a small product portfolio, but produce as per the customer's requirements and volumes. Okay, not like a big line of products and small volumes in every product.
Smart enough. So, if I talk about the major industries or the sector from which you get the maximum demand, what would it be?
So, like we have different verticals in the company. So we get a lot of demand from e-commerce
Okay.
for labels. We get a lot of demand for from aviation for labels.
Okay.
But we are also IBA approved security printers for the country. So we make a lot of checks for the country, a lot of mark sheets for various universities in the country, and we make railway tickets. So I would say it is very difficult to map out a one specific segment from where the major demand is coming. All in all, we get demand from all the segments that we are in, and we tend to focus only on segments which have big volumes. Okay. But yeah, if I have to pick a category in which we are getting major demand, I would say labels is a category
Okay.
where we are getting major demands.
Okay. Then it'll be labels.
Yes.
Okay. I mean, so I'm sure that there are many other competitors that you must be having. And this competitive market, how do you differentiate yourself?
So, see, every market has competition today.
For
There are no markets which have zero competition or less competition. So, I mean, yeah, you have to be a part of the market. And when you are a part of the market, you have to fight with your competitors. So like as a company, we believe the only way to differentiate from the competitors is to be reliable for your partners, for your customers. Okay. So, I mean, reliable not only in terms of quality, because that is a must, but reliable in terms of delivery, reliable in terms of consistency, and reliable in terms of availability. Like if a customer comes in and asks for a product, and if I have to tell him that it'll take me some time to give you, so that doesn't define a reliable partner according to our policy. So our differentiating factor would always be to keep our customers first, our customers' requirements first, being focused on them, and being a reliable supplier to them in terms of delivery timelines.
So, I mean, lead time is something that you should
Yes.
cater upon. Okay. Well and good. I mean, how is innovation shaping your current portfolio? Is there anything new that you guys are, bringing to the market or the industry?
So innovation, we as a company, we always tend to, try and be innovative. Okay, because see, either you innovate or you copy. There are only two ways to it. So yeah, we are trying to innovate in different sectors. Like I'll give you an example. We produce backpacks for aviation. So aviation companies used to face a challenge that whenever they put a backpack and an airline is flying across different cities, across different countries, so we do not have same temperatures, same atmospheric conditions in every country. Temperatures vary, the atmospheric conditions vary with countries, with cities, even in India also. But adhesive is something which has a direct proportion with the atmosphere. So airline was facing a challenge that if we put a backpack in a particular luggage and like it performs well in some conditions, but it does not perform well in some colder conditions or some difficult weather conditions. So we solved that challenge for the aviation industry by developing a special adhesive. Okay, and keeping our partner also, our vendor also into that picture. So we developed a very special adhesive which provides the solution to that problem. Our back tag, if you put it in a very difficult winter conditions like you get in places like Srinagar, or if you put it in a warmer climate like maybe Chennai or maybe Bombay, you'll find it performs well on all the surfaces and in all the temperature conditions. So that is our continuous process. Innovation is a part of it.
Are there any difficulties that you have faced from the operational perspectives?
Difficulties, yeah. I mean, there are always difficulties coming from the operation side because whenever you try to be innovative about products, so I mean, there is some challenge from the operations. There is some challenge with regards to availability of raw materials, with regards to supply, because see, as I'm talking about, this adhesive is special. So no company would have kept it in stock. So, and airlines, they have big volumes. They cannot wait. I mean, a baggage is such an item that without checking in the baggage, an airline cannot ask a passenger to board an aircraft. So we had to face those difficulties while keeping innovations as a process. And I mean, yeah, but as a company, you have to be agile and you have to navigate through those difficulties. You know, only then you can scale in the longer run.
So, like, since you've mentioned about the core of your organization being the customer-centric approach, so tell me about how have the customer experiences have, been changed over the years?
So, customers' experiences, I'll give you another example. So, if you've heard this company, Amazon, okay, and Flipkart, both of them, they are big e-commerce giants. So, without exactly naming which one of them, I'll give you like a clue. So, they were facing a problem of massive returns from the customers because, when we also buy from e-commerce platforms, we tend to sometimes return the materials. Okay. So they were facing a lot of challenge with regards to managing that inventory because they were not able to segregate the ones that have come back from the customers and the ones that have to go to the customers. So they asked us to, provide them with a solution. So we manufactured, we made a special label for them, which they could, put on the parcels which were returning.
Okay.
So once they put that label on the parcel, which had come back from the customer, so they were able to identify that particular parcel. So they were able to segregate the inventory from the fresh ones as well as the returns. So, I mean, they also, as a customer, they also, they were also very happy with the solution. And so initiatives like these, we tend to be very enterprising with them, and we tend to provide customers with new solutions always. And customers are always happy with them, and like they always come back for more solutions, with more problems to find more solutions with us. So we are always in a product development phase with our customers, and we are always interacting with them. So I believe, my personal belief is that overall customer experience is good, but I'll have to ask my customers, and rather you would also have to ask my customers how generally they are happy with us as their vendor.
I'm sure we'll do that as well. Okay. So my next question would be around, since over the years, like in recent time, AI was actually something which was really trendy across every industry.
Yes.
Not just printing or packaging. It became a buzzword for every industry. And now we are seeing sustainability being somewhat similar towards every industry. So how is sustainability influencing, in your business? Do you have any solution, or do you would want to have something which is sustainable? Any innovation, we would love to hear about that.
So sustainability, I believe, is going to be another buzzword in the coming years, especially in a country like India, okay, because we need sustainable solutions for the longer run in every type of industry. As a company, we have built sustainable solutions. Just to give you a few examples, linerless labels are an example. So, like generally what labels you see in the market, they have a backside release on them.
Okay.
Either it is paper-based, mostly it is paper-based, sometimes it is plastic-based. So what happens is that a customer, a user will tear off the label, peel off the label and throw that release side. So it's a waste for them. And in general, it's a waste for the environment also. But with linerless, there is no waste generated. Okay, you print the label, you put it on, it's done. So we have developed a product, linerless labels. We have developed paper tapes. So earlier, most of the tapes that we've seen in the market are based out of BOPP. So BOPP is a byproduct of plastic. Okay. So now the market is slowly shifting from plastic because everyone knows it is hazardous for the environment. It is difficult to, get it into a recyclable situation. I believe it is not. So people are moving towards recyclable products, and that is where our paper tapes have come in. So paper tapes is another initiative. So yeah, we are trying to look for products which are sustainable for the environment, because I mean everybody is part of this environment. So everyone wants to live a good life. So we also want to be a company who can add more to the environment than take from it.
Perfect. So with this, we've reached the rapid fire round. So I'll be asking few questions. You will get almost 10-15 seconds to answer the question. It could be a one word, it could be a quick intro about the questions that I'll be asking. So to start off with, one word to describe the future of packaging.
Evolution.
Evolution. Fastest growing segment.
Labels.
Biggest challenge in the industry.
Cost fluctuations.
One trend you strongly believe in.
Cheapest does not mean growth.
Okay. One trend that is overrated.
My quality is the best.
Print versus digital, your take.
Printing with digital data integration.
Leadership in one word for you.
Vision.
Vision, great. One advice to the young entrepreneurs.
Keep your supply chains focused before going for your sales pitch.
That was real quick. All right, Archit, with this, we'll conclude this episode, and it was a
Pleasure to be here.
Yeah, having this conversation with you. Thank you for watching.